Good morning. So we've got Tuesday, May the 28th, and I said March the 28th then. Oh, I'll put my cup of tea down. And I hope you're well and you had a great weekend. I certainly did. It was my birthday yesterday, and so we had a 3-day birthday. So it all went very well. Thank you very much, and it was lovely. Okay, let's get on with the share because there's some interesting stuff coming up here, I tell you. For those of us following this on a daily basis, I don't know about you. I am getting so much more out of it. I'm pulling more of the stuff out of it that is positive that I can use, and I'm living more deeply within the cosmic fold, within the environment of cosmos, and it just feels I'm so much more in tune. I mean, I used to do this to myself anyway, but when I have to explain it to somebody, then it sort of doubles the meaning for me. So it's lovely. Okay, you're here too, so you must be enjoying it too. And that's great. All 40 of you, thank you. Now, we have got some good stuff. Let's just look at what's going on here, because this is really super cool. If you remember, and I'm sure you did and you do because you are, after all, astrologers. You are an astrologer because you follow astrology. That's it. Whether it doesn't matter if you're in your first year or your 5th year, you are a astrologer in learning, a budding astrologer, a student astrologer, or you're holier than thou, long tooth, done it for thousands of years, and therefore I'm an astrologer. Okay, let's just go over here first of all. Pluto. Pluto is going to be in Aquarius for the rest of my life. It's a long, long time. And we are only just getting into it. It's just, if we remember going from room to room, so look at this, 01 of Aquarius, 0157, so nearly at 02. We spoke about this before, didn't we, when we looked at Mercury, I think it was, or Venus. This planet is only just getting used to this. He's only just getting in there. I say Pluto is probably, I should be using a they because I think it's more a she than anything. So let's say Pluto she, as in Shiva, is just getting in there. What we do have to remember about Pluto, I think, most importantly, is the richness, the riches of this planet come from the generation, the generative, the regenerative. This planet generates. It exists because it is the impulse of life, because this impulses to produce life. Whatever happens, this is going to be the spark which brings the next life, no matter how much death there is. I'm just trying to think of a way to think about it in terms of genetics, but I'll think about that. It's something about how life sends out or experiments with itself, sends a shoot out here. Does this shoot get sunshine and lots of water, and is it in a growing environment? Yes, this will work. Send more energy in that direction. Send a shoot out and it goes under the garage or behind the shed. No light, just really dark conditions. And okay, the plant doesn't bother sending anything in that direction again. It's this impulse relentlessly moving forward thrusting into new life. And that's what makes Pluto so rich, the generation of it. All right, so this can be brutal. Yes, it can be savage. Yes, Pluto also contains the worst behavior for mankind. Dreadful. But it holds back that savage aspect of itself. It holds the savage aspect of itself, because when the waters rise and they go down again, and all that is left is one human being or two human beings, they have to be able to get out the knife and do whatever they need to do to feed themselves, to procreate, and to be the new Adam and Eve. And so therefore Pluto has to be brutal, and it has to be completely without remorse. Life has to be the most important thing to Pluto. Okay, in Aquarius, now we're in the room of Aquarius, okay? So Aquarius is about looking for the future, technology. It's all about ingenuity, the mind, the brain. This is the highest air sign. This is, if we're thinking of deity, this is the highest mental process of deity, the cleverest. The synapses and the neurons are at their height with the electricity flashing backwards and forwards, the sparks of ingenuity. Brilliant, okay? So this brilliance, this flashing brilliance, which is something we couldn't get our poor little minds around, is all around Pluto. Now think about what Pluto is thinking. My goodness me, look at the possibilities in this room. Look at the potential. Look at all these things that I could generate, be part of, grow into. Growth. Fabulous, right? So keep that in your mind for the future and for the 30 years ahead, if you're young, because it's got such huge potential for mankind. It truly is. When we think about the dawning of the age of Aquarius and how much people thought about this over the years since the 70s and thought about the dawning of Aquarius, this holds everything that we believed in our innocent and trusting minds could be possible. Okay, so the moon has just gone past Pluto and is now making a trine to the sun at 7 degrees. So we've got 7 degrees Aquarius and we've got 7 degrees Gemini. And if you look there, we've got Venus just about to jump in bed as well. Great. So this is, I think you're getting it, brightening up the air element, right? We are getting air element, air element, air element. So it's coming in waves of refreshing, beautiful air, which we can breathe. It's opening up things, throwing open windows. This is where seeds of ingenuity find their home, where they suddenly spark, where they go, whoosh, this works, oh, that, oh, this, because there is space to do this. And it is free from the clogging of emotion, free from water, emotional, clingy water, pulling it down into the depths. Now, let's look at depths and look at height and see how these work in elements. So in terms of elements, you've got earth and water, the two feminine elements, yin elements, working at depth, pulling things down, pulling things in. Now let's look at air in particular and fire, the masculine elements. What they do is they bring a joyousness which lifts, almost like being in a balloon, a hot air balloon, lifts the air and makes it more rarefied, gives greater space. So the lifting that it is possible to feel now in terms of the tangible promise of future inspiration is available. Now, Gemini is not too deep, right? This is the first air sign. We're going to get loads more in Gemini coming up, lots of Gemini action, including a Gemini new moon. And so the atmosphere for Gemini is one of looseness, it's height, it's freedom. It is not tied down to memorabilia, family skeletons, responsibility, things that hamper. Oh, I must do this because of I owe this to my family. Gemini, frankly, doesn't care and just sort of like wafts off. So if we're entering that kind of atmosphere, then for all of us, then what we have is this free thinking, this butterfly and wing effect, the lightness. And in that, there is the search for knowledge, the search for the truth, the search for a higher, more perfect, beautiful, exquisite perfection of future, but without emotion. Cold, hard, steely, if you like, but definitely not emotional. Friendly, yes, friendly. Air is friendly, but not emotionally clingy. So we're entering all of that. Great fun, great stuff. I'm looking forward to it. Yes, we do have, as I warned on Friday, we have Mars here, look, approaching Chiron. Getting very close, almost in bed now. Still have Ceres over here, reminding us it's the parent-child bond, which is most likely going to be the issues to do with the Chiron wounds. And we have Aries there to remind us that it's about a strength that we don't feel we have, that we want to have and we look for, but we don't feel as if we're over endowed with it. So we feel quite weak. Okay, that's in the background. And it is in the sky alongside the Gemini and the air and the lightness. So we've got a split sky. You've got sort of two areas there available. It's possible for some people to move between the two, in which case you're doing fantastically because you're using all that ingenuity to take you through the process of the healing and the woundedness. Okay, that's great. I think here we've got what I can see is great potential. I'm very excited about the next couple of weeks. And I hope after all that you are too. How can you use it best? Definitely, it's to do with education and learning and books and communication. This is air. And it is to do with thinking and bright ideas. And yeah, the future, maths, science. If you've never looked at the Fibonacci spiral or sacred maths, do so now and you'll be amazed at how much it means all of a sudden. Right, I'm stopping the share now. There we go. So I hope that was useful, and I'm looking forward to talking to you tomorrow. Thank you to everybody that's ordering my new book, The Easy Way to Learn Astrology. I'm so thrilled. Thank you. I think I said that you can get a signed copy from me. I got sent 30 copies, which I sign as an author, and they remain the only 30 signed author copies out there. So you can order one from me if you email me, and all you'll pay is the price of the book and the postage. Or you can get it from Inner Traditions directly in America. Look for the Inner Traditions website. Amazon do stock it worldwide, but it's nicer to get it from the publisher. And everybody is dispatching them now. Everybody says, oh, it's not, it doesn't come out until June or something, but they are already sending them out because they're getting a lot of requests. So thank you for that. That's brilliant. That book is going to tie in with these videos and a whole new training course of videos, which I start making in June and posting on the Facebook. There's a dedicated Facebook page, The Easy Way to Learn Astrology. If you go onto that Facebook page, you've got to follow and you've got to like in order for Facebook to even occasionally show you it, because as we know, Facebook only gives you now the things that people have paid for to put in front of you. So it's very hard to get attention. But if you go on that, then you will find there, even if you miss the videos elsewhere, you'll find the free videos that go with the book that teach you astrology, and the links through to astro.com, because I teamed up with astro.com for this project. And astro.com did some work on their site. They re-engineered their site so that they could give you a wheel which exactly copies the wheel I use for the training. So, and it's all free, imagine. So this is because I desperately want everybody to learn astrology, because I think it should be taught in schools. I think it is so helpful, and it helps our mental well-being and our happiness, our relationships. I think it's just fabulous. Okay, I probably talked too much. I'm going to see you tomorrow. And I'm really looking forward to that. Yay. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Love you, everybody. Love you. Yes. And I need to stop recording. I'll never get used to this one day.